Hi Susie. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using some chicken breast. When you first look at your suturing the tear, you want to assess where your landmarks are. So finding the apex on the top and the bottom and finding the hymenal ring. And for the purpose of this video, we'll be using the kind of the white fat on the chicken to be the hymenal ring. So this will be my sterile field, and I would normally be wearing gloves. But I'm going to go ahead and put my anchor stitch up near the top of the apex, about a centimeter above, and I'm gonna go ahead and set that down because it's gonna be a sterile field. I'm gonna set my I'm gonna go ahead and do my square knot. So by putting the instrument on the inside, and then do it 3 times. That'll be my anchor stitch. And you want to do this, you want to make the stitches taut, but not too tight, because you want, as the tissue starts to heal, you don't want it to be swelling. So you'll do the next one about a centimeter down from the first one, getting the tissue on either side. I could take 2 different bites, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do one. You want to put the needle kind of at the end, not on the thread, but still on the suture needle. Just bringing it through each time, continuous non-locking stitch. Make sure that you don't get the thread tangled up. And bring it through, tight but not too tight. All right. And just one more, so there's not a real gap right there. So on this last one, to switch from this plane up here down to the perineum, I'm going to take the needle and I'm going to go ahead and put it in on the same side that I had it in, behind the hymenal ring, and it's going to then come out into the perineal muscle layer. So we're reversing. That's the Hobbs maneuver. And then, so now that I have it here, I'm going to go ahead into the muscle layer like so. Make sure that I don't get tangled up with my other thread. Go ahead, get it both sides. Okay. One more. All right. So that'll be getting the muscle to kind of come back together. So now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shift from the muscle layer, and I'm going to do the more subcuticular stitches right down here. So this needle's kind of large, so it's not the best for what I'm doing, but I'd be just kind of bringing edges of the skin together on either side. Kind of just working my way up. on this big needle kind of wants to go through the chicken skin, but bringing that together. And then go ahead, do it one more time. Still staying behind the hymenal ring here. I know it looks like it's kind of in it, but in theory you would not have it in there. And then I'm going to, again, switch planes. So I'm going to go ahead and go from the front of the hymenal ring back behind it and pop out on this side. So that's the reverse Hobbs. And then I'm going to take a single bite here and pull it through. And at this point I'm going to, oops, that would be inside my sterile field normally. Set that aside and we'll pretend like this is still sterile. And I'm going to take the instrument and I'm just going to go ahead and do another three square knots. If I can do this. Okay. Okay. There we go. And then I just cut this off. And there we go. That's it. Thanks.